While players prepare to battle for their upcoming seasons, this woman stays busy looking for ways to cash in. Brittany Howard is one of the agents who represents professional athletes. Tom Cruise's movie Jerry Maguire made the business look way simpler than it really is. So sports agents work in a very competitive environment all the time. Different agents are very do whatever you can at all costs type of business workers. So you have to put in a lot of hard work. There's a lot of competition out there for the top talent and to sign the top players. Out of all the athletes that Brittany represents, she's extremely excited about two: NASCAR driver Paige Johnson and basketball player B. Burrito. So I currently represent NASCAR driver Paige Johnson and basketball player B. Burrito. As their agent, not only do I negotiate their contracts and help them get the best deals possible and the most money out of it, but I look for opportunities off the field to use their success to gain them other deals and contracts.
You know, people always asking me, Brooklyn, like, how do you get past all your defenders? You know what I tell them? You gotta flash a smile with Crest 3D White, and you go right past it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and Paige actually just got sent a contract through Lowe's, the home improvement store, and if she wins her next race, then they will air this commercial that they filmed a few weeks ago. So she's really excited about that. Oh, hang on just a second. Hello? Hey, Paige. Yeah, actually, we were just talking about that.
More saving, more doing. That's the power of Lowe's.
Aside from negotiating contracts and signing deals, Brittany wears a lot more hats. So, as a sports agent, my job is to represent my clients. We do this by promoting our athletes' talent to contractors in the industry, and it is our job to handle all negotiations for those potential employers. And we discuss anything from working conditions to salary, and we just make sure that our athletes getting what they deserve and the most out of their contracts. For example, when Burrito was being drafted by the NBA, the New York Mets offered her $20 million right off the bat, but Brittany knew that she was worth more than that, so she ended a deal with the Brooklyn Nets for $25 million. And agents are usually paid on commission, so it is in their best interest to get clients the most money that they can. Agents use a variety of methods when getting paid by their clients. Some charge a flat fee of their service. Some charge hourly, and this can get really expensive. Like some charge $400 an hour. What I do and what most people do is charging a percentage of their salary. So I charge 4% from my athletes, and I make six figures. So I think that's the smartest way to do things. But the money does not come easy. To become a sports agent, you have to first earn a master's degree in a related field, and of course, you have to learn the rules of the sport in which you want to become an agent to. Then you have to take the league's exam, which is expensive. It can range up to $1,000. After you pass that, you pay another fee before you can secure clients, and then you have to maintain your credentials throughout the years. The biggest rule in the world of sports agents that gets abused over and over again is the bribing of players who are still in college, because this is against NCAA rules. Oh, yes. I remember the first time that I paid an athlete, just like I remember my first kiss. Now, I won't tell you that story, but the first time I bribed an athlete, I followed this, it was a baseball player. I followed him to his apartment. I know that sounds very stalkerish, but I sat outside his door until he got there. And I went inside, we made small talk. He was very nice. And then we got down to it, and he asked me, he said, my mom needs $2,500 or she's going to get evicted from her apartment. And I just remember my heart sinking. I was like, oh no, this is exactly what they tell you in the classes you're not supposed to do. So I told him, I was like, listen, I'll think about it. I'm going to go back to my hotel and I'll call you in the morning. So go back, and I just felt like it was the right thing to do to help this kid out. So I call him up the next morning. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to help you out. So I give him the money. I give him the check, go on my way. The next day, I'll never forget, I get a call from one of his friends, and he says the same story. He says, hey, I heard you helped out my buddy, and my mom is going through the same thing. She needs $2,500 or she's going to get evicted. And I just laughed, and I was like, this is exactly what they say that happens. And I just, from that moment on, I said that I'm going to do this job the right way. These situations arise because not only of the competitive nature to win athletes over, but because of the many hats that agents wear. Yeah, so not only am I their agent, but I'm their friend, their lawyer, their accountant, manager, lawyer, teacher, coach, whatever you want to call it. I do it all. I consider most of them family now. So you have these big sports agencies that hire a lot of different agents, and then they all represent other athletes. And so these are like Octagon, Relatively Sports, and Artist Sports Agency. These are like your big companies. And, those are all good. They bring in a lot of income because of their names, but they can't get close to their clients like I do. So I definitely think that that's a pro of being represented by one agent instead of an agency. The sports agent does everything for their athlete, but despite their best efforts, sometimes it just does not go their way. One of your biggest fears as an agent is to lose your player to another agent, and this is called poaching, and it actually happens more than you would think. Funny story, actually, last weekend we were at a showcase for basketball, and B was there, and another agent was talking to her, and he was just, telling her all these things that he could get her, and, just really trying to steal this client from me. And, she looked him right in the face and said, I really like Brittany and what she's done for me, so I think I'm just going to stick with her. And I really respect that. So I'm fully confident in our relationship as well as all my other clients. But that's just one example of like the daily life of a sports agent. You just have to deal with all the competitors out there. Brittany Howard continues to find and negotiate deals for her athletes to make sure that they are well taken care of. She plans to sign a few more this summer from various colleges and will allow them to prosper. In the meantime, she will put her main focus on her top clients, Paige and B. Hello.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just laying down for the night, just catching up on some reading. What's up?
Oh, sorry to bug you so late. But I just want to thank you for all that you've done for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sorry to say that I'm gonna have to fire you.
What?
Yeah, things just aren't working out. I mean, you've got me to where I needed to be. You got me started, get me going, but I decided to just go in a different way.
Okay. Get the camera on my face. Well, she'll focus on Paige anyways.